I'm Chef Michael Allemeyer, and today I want to share and I want to talk about the importance of washing lettuce greens and how to dress greens properly with a vinaigrette to ensure that you've got a really awesome eating experience. So let's start with washing salad greens. Any type of salad green or any type of lettuce needs to be cleaned and washed before we consume it. And the reason for that is because lettuce grows in the ground. Alright, so the reality is it's going to be contaminated, it's going to have dirt present, and eating dirt, first of all, isn't enjoyable, but it can be dangerous as well in case there's any pathogens or anything lurking in the soil, which sometimes can happen. So, first thing you want to do is fill up a sink with lots of cold water. But before you fill the sink, this is very important, clean it. You want to wash it out well with lots of soap and water, all right, just to remove any risk of cross-contamination that you may have had in there before. So once the sink is clean, fill it up with cold water, then you want to soak your lettuce greens in the sink. It's very important when it's in the cold water that you stir, you agitate the greens a little bit. This helps release or loosen any dirt that may be actually on the leaves. Once the lettuce is being soaked and washed, now the key is you don't want to soak it for a long period of time. You just want to wash the greens, because if you soak lettuce for a long period of time, it can actually waterlog and it can cause the greens to start breaking down and going mushy, which you really don't want. So once you've actually washed the greens really well, then you need to dry them. So what I've got here is your classic salad spinner. It's got a bowl inside that turns around. This is great for draining your greens as well. Now you can use a colander as well. So if you remove your greens and let them just drain well in a colander, that will work. But a salad spinner does work quite well. So as you can see, this spins around like this, and you can see the greens. All right, this helps dry them off. Now, if you don't have a salad spinner, put them in a colander. All right, or put them in a sieve or a bowl with some paper towel, all right, and then pop them back in the fridge. By refrigerating the greens after you've washed them, that really ensures that they crisp up really nicely and they're ready to go. So this is a great example of what a perfectly washed and clean piece of lettuce looks like. These are beautiful hydroponic salad greens. These are local, grown in Alberta, hothouse grown, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear and I'm going to break these into bite-sized pieces. What I'm going to do is just a simple green salad tossed with vinaigrette. Now, it's funny, talking to my industry partners and peers, the number one thing that industry is looking for with regards to cooks and graduates from the SAFE program is they want a cook that has the ability to dress greens properly. Because here's the thing, you can overdress it and you can underdress it. Now, by overdressing it, what can happen is you can actually wilt, or you can actually cook the greens with the acidity. Because remember, a standard vinaigrette is made up of 1 part vinegar, 3 parts oil. So if there's too much, that can cause all sorts of problems. So here's my standard vinaigrette. All right, this is 1 part white wine vinegar, and then I've got a 50-50 blend of olive oil and canola oil, which is 3 to 1, which kind of balances out. I have a little bit of mustard in here. Because it's a temporary emulsion, I always want to just give it a quick little shake to kind of bring everything back together. If you have a squeeze bottle, please remember to put your finger over the top. Now, here's the thing. You want to add just a little bit of your vinaigrette. Remember, you can add more, but you can't take it away. And then I always like to add a little bit of salt as well. We season all our other ingredients before we eat them. Why wouldn't we do the same here? And then very gently, it's just a matter of mixing everything together. Now remember, you're better off putting less, because you can always add more vinaigrettes to your greens. But if you add too much, the only way to really fix it is you have to add more lettuce. So you can see this actually looks really great. But if you look at the bowl, there's actually a little bit of extra vinaigrette in there. So what I'm going to do is just add just a touch more greens to it. And then what that's going to do is just balance it out and make sure that I've got the perfect amount of greens on here. Then it's just a simple matter of carefully transferring your greens to your bowl. You can see if I put too much vinaigrette on, these would fall. And you can see how they're nice and light and fluffy. And then I'm just taking some of those nice little heart pieces and I'm placing them right on top like that. And what you end up with is a perfectly dressed salad. All right, simple greens. So the trick is make sure your greens are washed really well. It's important to crisp them up in the fridge. All right, when you're ready to go, be very careful how much vinaigrette you add. You can overdo it. If you add too much vinaigrette, you'll know if there's a bunch swimming in the bowl. All right, add a little bit more lettuce to absorb that, and then delicately serve them just like that. Enjoy your nice crisp green salad.